Good morning and happy Saturday to you, Teresa. Yesterday you spoke to my son, Chris, who offered you a free video to share some things that you can do to your website to improve your online presence. So here is your custom video. We're not selling in the video, just so you know. We are a small business ourselves, but we make time to make these videos because we believe that givers gain. And we make these with the hope of bringing value and service to businesses and our communities as a whole. But your feedback is greatly appreciated. So please let us know what you thought of your custom video. If anything was unclear, let us know that as well. But yeah, your ideas about the video would be greatly appreciated so that we can make sure that we're making videos of help and or that are actually things that people can use with improving their online presence. So let me get started. I'm going to go over content, backlinks, and citations and why these are important website elements. We'll go over your company's online presence, and if I see any opportunities for improvement, I will make recommendations. So content is words, images, and videos. And these are important things to keep in mind because the more content you have, the more validation you get from Google. Ideally, your home page, the very first page of your website, should have at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on it. The back pages could have 500 or so. The reason that it's important to have a lot of content is because when Google bots are crawling websites, they're looking for websites that have a lot of information to describe the services that they provide. Websites that don't give a lot of detail, Google considers not to be verified and not optimized for them, so they don't spend a lot of time on those pages. They don't get to know the services you're providing. They don't become familiar. And as a result, they're not displaying your business in front of customers when they're searching for those services. Citations are things that you get listings for in directories like Google or Yelp Yellow Pages. I have a sample on the screen here for you. It's essentially your business name, your address, and your phone number. But you want to have as many of these throughout the internet as you can get. The more you have, the better, and even more than your competition is best. Okay. Backlinks is the placement of your website onto other website addresses. So for example, if you have a Facebook page, if you're on Yelp, if you're LinkedIn, these are all considered backlinks and they're directing traffic back to your website. The more backlinks you have, the more popular your website becomes. And when your website is popular, and you have lots of backlinks, Google places high emphasis on your business. It gives your business validation to Google, and as a result, you will rank higher, and Google will place your business in front of people looking for your services, okay? So if we take a look right now at an organic search that I just did for painting contractors, Manassas, Virginia. By the way, I used to live in Manassas. I loved it there, so it's bringing back memories. But yeah, when we search for painting contractors in Manassas, what you will do is you'll scroll down and you'll see usually at the top are ads. Ads are okay, and I'm going to point out two things to keep in mind about them. They should be used strategically with your marketing plan, okay? A lot of people have ad blockers, so they won't necessarily see these. Also, if you're placing ads with Thumbtack or you're getting listed in Angie's List, Home Advisor, any of these, you are sharing your leads with other businesses. So for Angie's List, Thumbtack, for example, you're paying for a lead, or businesses pay for a lead, but that same lead is shared with 4 other businesses, and all 5 businesses pay the same amount whether or not they land that lead or not, right? So I always tell people, just be mindful of how you're using your advertising dollars and understand how they work with those services and also with ad placement, okay? There's nothing wrong with having those services or placing ads. It's just a good idea to understand how they work. The prime real estate in Google is what we call the map pack. And that's this area here in the center. This is where Google places who they perceive to be the top 3 businesses in that niche that I typed in, painting contractors for Manassas, Virginia. According to Google, they believe these are the top 3 businesses, okay? What I would say is if you take advantage of the tips that I've given you, content, backlinks, and citations, you will have a high chance of getting your business linked in here in the map pack. And why is it important to be in the map pack? Well, it gives you an edge over your competition because most of the traffic that happens and the clicking that takes place occurs in this area here. If it's not taking place here in this area, it's taking place on the first couple of pages of Google. So when you are optimizing your website by adding sufficient content and adding backlinks and citations, you are boosting your website, you're boosting your company's presence, and you are likely to land on the first couple of pages of Google, which is ideal because most people are not venturing further past the first few pages. And also you giving your business an opportunity to be listed here in this area here, the map pack. Okay, so let's take a look at your website. First of all, I think it's very vivid, very clear, understand exactly what it is you do. What I would say is I would recommend more content for sure. As you heard me say, content is essential. Make sure that it's placed in a way that it's easy to read. You have at least 1,500 words on the home page, and all of your back pages should have at least 500 words, okay? The one thing that also struck me is that you don't have an easy way to reach out to you. Although your name, your email address, phone number, address is all here, people are very impatient, right? So the best way to manage that is I always recommend having a short contact form somewhere on your home page, ideally at the very top, the first half of your page where people will see it. And you're just going to want to collect their name, their address, their phone number, those essential points. That way, if you miss their call or if they don't get around to calling you, at least they can put that in. It takes them a few seconds and you have a lead, right, that you can follow up with immediately. The other thing is you have a lot of photos on your page, which is awesome, but you're not tagging them. So if I do save image as, I see that there's a random name associated. You are missing a whole lot of opportunity to place those keywords that describe your services. What I mean by keywords, you're a painter, you do closet remodeling, you do murals. Highlight that in the photos. Name those photos. Whatever it is you're highlighting here, name that and the city. Okay, for example, if this was a photo of interior painting, I would say interior painting, Manassas, Virginia. If this was a photo of closet painting, I would say closet painting, Manassas, Virginia. You want to use the keywords that people actually are going to type in to find your services, okay? And you have tons of photos, so take advantage of that. You're also doing residential painting, you're doing commercial painting. Make sure to use those as keywords. And when I say keywords, these are the things that people are typing into Google, as I did here when I was doing a search, right? The more keywords you have, the more content you have, the easier it is for Google to figure out what it is you're doing, what it is you're offering. Okay, so take advantage of that. I would also try to update your website if you can. It looks a little bit outdated, and you definitely could take it. You have a beautiful logo. I would definitely keep this logo because it makes you stand out. It's very unique. You have the hanger here on the C, so it stands out that you do closet prep and paint. So I would definitely keep that, but I would try to update the website a bit to look a little more updated, professional, because it's your first image, it's your first impression that you make for people, and your website is on 24/7. So you want that to be something that's going to be working for you and grabbing everyone's attention right away. Again, your logo is grabbing attention, but you'd want to organize your website better so that it looks a little more professional, and also so that it's organized in a way that helps Google to figure out what it is you are doing, okay? Finally, I'm just going to go over your stats. Right now, you have a 0.4 popularity ranking with Google. If you do the things that I've mentioned, again, content, backlinks, citations, this number will gradually increase. Continue to add backlinks. At one time you had 266, you're down to 89. Remember, backlinks help Google to rank your popularity. The fewer you have, the less popular you are. Same thing with citations. You had 78 citations referring to your website at one time. Now you're down to 15. So continue to do these things. Gradually add backlinks. You don't want to throw like 2,000 at one time. You will be then flagged as a spammer. But this is something you want to be mindful of on the month-to-month basis, adding backlinks and citations, okay? Just to grow your business, continue to improve your online presence, okay? So that people can find your services and you'd have an opportunity to be listed here in the first few pages and ideally the map pack. So with that, I'm going to end your video here. I do hope that it's been helpful to you. Please shoot me a reply. Let me know that you watched it. Let me know what was helpful or not. And if I can clarify anything for you, please let me know that too. Again, this is intended to be of service to business owners. So if I'm not doing my job, if it's not helpful at all, let me know that so that I can continue to improve, okay? Thank you so much. I wish you much success, Teresa, and have an awesome weekend. Bye-bye.